At this time, we would like to introduce our founding principal, Ms. Melissa Jacobs Tebow.
She began our school 16 years ago with the hopes of combining her two passions for providing students with opportunities and her love of learning and living in other cultures.
Before she became our principal, she came to Houston with Teach for America, left Houston to join the Peace Corps, and lived and taught in Cape Verde and Mozambique.
She then returned to Houston and founded our illustrious school, earning the National Blue Ribbon Award for Excellence. She has also been honored as HISD Principal of the Year and has won the Terrell H. Bell Award for Outstanding Leadership. We present to you our principal, Melissa Jacobs Tebow.
Good morning, Highs. I have a tradition of taking one last selfie with the graduating class. I know you love it, but because this is a class of 2024, it can't just be a selfie. It has to be a 0.5, right? I think I got it. Oh, I don't have it. Y'all taught me so much. So ladies and gentlemen, families and honored guests, it's my pleasure to introduce to you the 16th graduating class of the Houston Academy for International Studies, the class of 2024. These students chose a different path when they chose a different type of school, a school whose mission promised them international studies, a college curriculum, and to prepare them for active roles as global citizens. We have spent 4 years working together toward those goals, and today we celebrate your successes. The class of 2024 has earned thousands of college credit hours, and 75 of the students sitting in front of you have already earned their associate's degree before their high school diploma. Many more will enter college as sophomores due to the college credits they've earned while at HICE and HCC. And in addition to the time and money they've saved by earning these college credits, they've also earned over $11 million in
11 million.
grants and scholarship awards.
Yes.
And there's only 98 of them. This includes several full ride scholarships, and it's an all-time record high for a high senior class. So each of our high scholars is leaving with a plan for a career, military, Air Force and the Navy specifically, or off to colleges from coast to coast. From Cornell College to the University of Nevada. They are also venturing out to the University of Alabama, Howard, Morgan State, Washington University in St. Louis. And some of y'all are staying right here in the great old state of Texas, off to Texas A&M, University of Houston, Sam Houston, UTSA, Prairie View A&M, Texas State, Texas Tech, and University of Texas at Austin. Although the world seemed to stop during your 8th grade year, in 9th grade you started high school in the teens years. I know, right? That didn't stop the class of 2024. Despite these challenges, some of you managed to still explore the real world. You have traveled to Belize, Germany, Israel, Prague, India, Costa Rica, Ecuador, China, and Japan, just to name a few. You came back on campus your sophomore year and took real in-person classes, and HCC classes became real too. But you also became real. I can still remember teachers trying to match your face with the icon that you used in Teams, like, oh, you're the chicken emoji, or you're the... You also took real leadership positions on campus, establishing new clubs and revitalizing volleyball, participating in Phoenix Fest, our cultural celebrations, and leading your senior class in fundraising and activities. As seniors, you became more grown up, and each and every one of you joined the world of work as you ventured off to your internships every Friday, impacting businesses, hospitals, veterinary clinics, schools, schools and museums around Houston. You also made your mark on the world through Girl Scouts, church groups, pageants, volunteering, and one of our graduates not only became an Eagle Scout, but also earned every single badge possible that the Boy Scouts offers. Go Cougar. When I asked some of you what your favorite memories were, your responses were field trips to Chinatown, the temples, Camp Allen, and the senior trip to Dallas. So my first thought was, this is great, because we've worked really hard to bring you out into the world and to give you these experiences. But then I thought, wait a minute, none of these memories are actually at Heiss. Your favorite memories were the times when we were leaving Heiss, right? So I guess we prepared you well for this moment. It has been our mission to open doors to a world of opportunities for you. And now these doors are in front of you, and you must take the first steps through them. Sorry. This graduation is a little bit different for me because this year I'm speaking to you as both a principal and a fellow parent. In 2006, along with starting this school, or birthing Heiss, I also gave birth to my own class of 2024 graduate. So as a parent, I have taken all of those first steps with you. My memories as a principal and parent are intertwined. The first day of kindergarten, the toothless grins of first grade, the first bus ride to MIMS, the first days of middle school, and the first days of high school. I've had all of the privilege of making these milestones with you. As a parent, my heart is with you as you sit and look at these beautiful, grown children in the regalia before you. But I'm also remembering that kindergartner who you'd walk to the door every morning, and one day they turn to you and they say, "It's okay, Mommy, I've got this. I can make it on my own." So parents, you know, and I know, that they've got this. We know, we have prepared them, and they are ready. But they also know they are not alone as they walk through those doors to the unknown. Class of 2024, you have the love and support of your families, your friends, and your principal, and your faculty and staff. And I believe I speak for all the faculty when I say we will truly, truly miss your unique contributions to our school community. Heiss graduates, by the end of the ceremony, you will be alumni. It's my hope that you continue on the road less traveled, that you will continue not only to be different, but to make a difference. So once again, honored guests, it's my pleasure to present to you the Houston Academy for International Studies Class of 2024. They are ready, willing, and they certainly are able to make a change.
We have an incredible opportunity in the form of the dual credit program that I feel many of us might have taken for granted. During senior year, I met and became friends with an HCC student. I'll call him G. G is a first-year student at HCC and just graduated high school last year. He plans to go into the medical field and is getting his prerequisites done at HCC because it's more cost-effective. When he tells me about his classes, I realize he is currently taking the classes that I took during my freshman year of high school. It made me truly appreciate the dual credit program at this school and the capability it has to give us an advantage in terms of time and money. We should take this as far as we can go and graduate to achieve great success. However, I want to make it clear that success doesn't necessarily mean making a lot of money. Success, I feel, is how you define it, whatever your goals are, and what makes you happy. Something else so great about Heiss is how much freedom we have as students. During our free time, we're able to play sports or participate in clubs and student organizations, and as seniors, we get to go to internships on Fridays. I learned from talking to my friends at other schools that the traditional high school experience would not have been for me. If you have a study lab or an online in-type class, you can go to HCC and work there. You can walk to Luigi's for some food, or go down to the various boba shops and get some tea. It is very empowering to to be able to do things the way I want to and do high school kind of in my own way. Some of my fondest memories at Highs were from when the school did the collegiate privileges. If your grades were good enough, you were able to explore the culture and community of Houston by going out into the city. It felt like a nice reward for being a good student. I also really loved the various festivals and performances we would have sometimes on Fridays, where we would watch the performances and cheer on our classmates. All these things just felt very high school to me. Our high school experience was far from ordinary, with our 8th grade being cut short and our 9th grade being online. People had to go to school on a laptop and do all their assignments there too. Not only that, but when we went back, we had to wear masks. All of this was greatly detrimental to our social development in very important years of our lives. But that wasn't all. It was a constant struggle to keep in mind our well-being, to get enough hours of sleep, to make sure to take care of ourselves, to make sure that mentally we are doing okay, facing adversity in a healthy way. And I love our small, tight-knit school, where the staff, the teachers, and everyone really work together to make things happen for our school, even when it is difficult. I want to shout out Ms. Ransford and Ms. Nance for leading the robotics team, Ms. Kala for doing what she does for the ping pong club, and all the other people at this school who make things happen. I would also like to thank my mom and my dad for being there for me and supporting me throughout my journey. It was hard, but we all made it through in the end.
Y'all, I'm nervous. Okay, so forgive me. Okay. Good morning, High's parents, staff, and my fellow classmates of 2024. I'm thrilled to see all of us here, present in the moment, to celebrate our upbringing into the next chapter of our lives. There is so much to say, so much, and not enough time to say it. Just how do I sum 4 years of high school into 5 minutes? Well, since it is our last day together, I think now is a good time to say I don't really think I know what I am doing. When I started high school, I had no interest in ranking. All I know is that I absolutely hated how B's looked on my transcript. I couldn't stand the sight of them. The reason being that it made me feel like a total failure. I became so caught up in maintaining perfection that I think I forgot how to really live. This wasn't my only issue growing up in high school, though. The same year I discovered my ranking happened to be the same year I had lost my father to pneumonia after a long-fought battle with cancer. As you can imagine what that would do to a 15-year-old, I spiraled. But even though my grief was active, I had no idea just how hard I was spiraling. I stand before you now as a legal adult, but I genuinely have no clue what I am doing or what I am up against. Because I spent my life caught up in school, I not only suffered from severe burnout, but I also became somewhat inept in all other aspects of life. And to tell you the truth, I can barely remember the hardships that got me here. All I have to remind myself is the anxiety that failure brings, the emptiness I feel when I see children with their fathers, and this speech. And best of all, as your valedictorian, I only applied to one college because I was so burnt out, I couldn't even muster the motivation to make any other applications. I barely mustered the ability to write this speech I'm giving now. As a result, there has yet to be any full rides or crazy substantial amount of financial aid, despite all my hard work, tears, and sleepless nights. Y'all, I expected a full ride, I'm not gonna lie. So, how was I able to do it? Like, just make it? How did I make it so far despite everything? I absolutely wish I could tell you something extraordinary, but I just pushed. That's literally it. No matter how hard it got, there was something deep inside me that would not let me give up on school, on life. And I hated it. I hated it. I hated how it would never let me just quit. You know, I was tired. I want more than anything to not care anymore. But my personal growth was learning to transform that push from something that was working against me to something that worked with me. To find balance in my success and to live without being so hard on myself. I still struggle every day with personal battles, whether it be about my intelligence, worth, appearance, skills, grief, or friendships. I will always struggle. As I speak to you now, I know you have felt the same in some capacity or another. In fact, I want you to reflect on your own life and think as deeply as you can. The anguish, the struggle, the pain. Did you lose someone? Something? Did you fail at something? Do you feel burnt out like me? Maybe you feel like you can't hold on anymore. You have expectations that many others may not relate to. Illnesses and disabilities out of your control. Systems that actively work against you. Quarantine? Or maybe you just really haven't been enjoying life as much as you'd like to. It is for these hardships that I want to celebrate us. Not for our academic achievements, not for our scholarships or our colleges, though those are amazing feats and you should be proud of yourselves. But the very fact that we made it this far, despite everything that came our way, socially, environmentally, politically. No matter how minuscule or how large your problems may seem, you had every reason to give up, but you didn't. Why is that? I am so glad that I pushed long enough to realize just how fortunate I am to have such wonderful people in my life. Especially my mother, who since day one has sacrificed everything. To give me a life that many would kill for. 3 jobs to care for a grieving child whilst dealing with her own grief alone. A child who would give her the hardest of times, and she would still make sure to be there in every moment of my life. Sorry, y'all. Through my most vulnerable moments to my smallest successes, it is one of the greatest gifts I could have, the pleasure of being the daughter of such a strong woman. I'm grateful to have experienced such profound love, to witness how strong that bond holds despite such hardships, to see how it prevails above all else. Thank you, Mama. And of course, I would like to thank my father for fundamentally, sorry, I know this sniffing's annoying. What was it? My bad, gang. Okay. I would like to thank my father for fundamentally shaping me as a person. Thank you for my life experiences, the support, the memories, and thank you for being you. Oh crap, I skipped. Ignore that. Okay. Through his presence and through his absence, this is supposed to be serious, oh my god. Through his presence and his absence, I wish he was here to see not only how far his daughter has come, but also to see the amazing people she's become acquainted with along the way. From my family and friends to the very people who cannot stand me, I don't blame you. I appreciate you. Thank you for my life experiences, the support, the memories, and thank you for being you. Everything at Heist, the good, the bad, and the ugly, that's a reference. Even if I fail to remember half of it, I am so grateful for it, because we fundamentally would be different people without it. Our toughest battles are our strongest assets. Use them. Remember how equipped you really are, and use that arsenal to push forward. Remember that you were put on Earth to experience life as a human being, one of the most adaptable, if not the most adaptable species to be granted life. We can do it. We already made it this far. Why not keep going? Let's see where we end up in 40 years, so we can look back on our lives and reflect on how fortunate we are to experience such a roller coaster of life. To use our hands to climb up and to uplift others. Do, scroll, whatever you want. I don't care how you live your life, just do it. Live. Thank you so much.
Prentice Stevens. Renaya Denise Strotter. Travion Terrell. Cornelio Pista. Paola Francesca Trudel. Queen Umatwa. Christopher Vega Villano. Angelina Flor Vera. Hannah Leanne Whetstone.
There it is, number one coming. Now she coming, she coming.
Bailey Janae.
My baby! There she go! That's right, that's my baby!
Having completed the curriculum prescribed by the state Texas Education Agency and the Houston Independent School District, and upon the recommendation of the registrar, by the authority vested in me by the Board of Education, I now confer upon each of you your high school diploma with all the rights